Alright, hello guys, this is Big Fish. On today's video, I just wanted to, showcase a little bit of what I'm doing currently. As we all know that currently the meta revolves around Huntress. This is quite a problem, to be honest. I feel like this class is a bit too strong. A little bit too much iframes, healing on... It's just basically a class that's just really hard to hit. It has way too much control over the match. Very low commitment class where it doesn't actually need to commit any. It doesn't actually need to make any risks to pressure and just overall become a problem. So this kind of problem has already happened many times throughout the history of this game, and I guess this video is going to be a little bit of a message for Pearl Abyss as well, and for my viewers on I guess a couple things that we can learn from this from what has transpired throughout time in this game. So there's always going to be a problem when you're trying to design a class with a range. In particular, range classes tend to become a bit more difficult to handle than melee classes, because melee classes always tend to have, well, short range. It's a melee class, so it has to commit its body to actually do an opening or whatsoever, and that on itself is one of the deciding factors to why it's difficult to make a broken melee class, unless you make it, well, its stats a bit messed up, and I guess we can put Titan into that list. But in particular, range classes are a lot easier to mess up, because range classes means that it has the advantage of range, which means that it's a low committal class in which it doesn't actually need to make any particular risks to cast a combo or to pressure. And when you add a lot of iframes into a class that already does not need to get close or take any risks, means that this class can just overall become a problem. Because you can work around forward guard, you can work around super armor, but you cannot work around iframes. Iframe is broken in a lot of quantities. Like, say, let's try to look a bit into history. We can see Archmage, the old Archmage. It was such a problem because it has too much iframes, and it became such a problem that nothing is even close to beating it, even on the hands of someone that's, well, not really that good at the game. And when you create a class that can fight a pro just because of a class, not because of the player, now you have a problem. All right, so now we'll be taking a look into a couple classes that has become a problem in a couple in the last 2 years. The first Archmage was a problem, and then it's followed through with Huntress during its era, and then there's also, I guess, the infamous, very very famous Destroyer. That class became nuts. Why? Same problems. A lot of iframes, and what? A lot of range and a lot of damage. And then we followed up with arguably one of the most game-breaking class that has already been, it has dodged a lot of big updates. It has dodged nerfs for a little bit over maybe 8 months now, since August. So now, what I want to talk about is how do we approach this kind of mistake, and how do we work around that? This is going to be a pretty long video, so I'm really sorry about that, but this is just one particular thing that needs to be addressed for the future of this game. I don't know whether PA is going to watch this or not, but if there are any of your staffs that are watching this, please do let the developers know. This is going to be a message from me. I am a pro. I'm a PvP pro, but what becomes a problem is when you design a class that has way too little weaknesses and just overall a bit too strong. And to be completely honest, I am a very unbiased person when it comes to all of this, because my genuine interest is for the better of this game. And so please do listen. I don't know if you guys are gonna like implement what I'm saying or not, or you guys are just gonna be talking shit, but I really hope that you guys are listening to all this and hopefully make your games a lot better. I think by listening to a little bit of the insight I have, you guys will have less complaints from players that are dissatisfied with the mistakes that you guys are creating. I guess that's gonna be all for the PA message. Now let's just get into the video. This is gonna be a video about Paladin in particular. I am not that good at Paladin yet, and that is the reason why we're making this video, because I want you guys to look into what I usually do when I decided to make something happen. When I have a problem, what do I face, and how do I look into the weaknesses of some classes? Like a lot of people have been asking me, like, how are you doing what you're doing? Like, what goes through your mind when you're playing like this against this, or that against that? And, like, on paper it's not supposed to be winnable, but how do you win this and how do you win that? And I guess we can talk a little bit about that while we are playing. So there might be some sketchy movements I'm doing, but I'll do my best to keep this as straight as possible. Alright, let's just go into this match. Alright, so now we're against a Raven. I have a set on my quick save to be forward guard based, but my default will always be super armor, and that is by itself something that I actually wanted to do in particular. Alright, so what I did there was I distanced myself just on the very edge there. I just want him to be on the range of my skill, just on the edge, so he feels like he's safe when he's not. So I made a mistake previously there. I could have clipped him, but I did not. So what happens here is, and he gave up. Lol. Like if you see what happened on the very first one, first of all, you need to understand the range of your skill. Like, some skills have better range than what you think, and the best way to do this is actually to go to say like an area where like a mob area, and try to distance yourself. Try to find like an area without a lot of aggro on the mobs. Like, say Zarka, you can use the goats or the sheep there as a tool for you to find a good distance. Or if it's a lot better, you can actually try to get a friend who's capable of just standing there and be your dummy, and so yeah, to test out the ranges. But overall, what you want to do is you need to understand that every single class in this game has three things. One is opening, two is filler, and three is coverage. When it comes to playing, say for the sake of this video, Paladin, my opening is, of course, for sure, I have two. I have Shield Chase and I have Radiant Charge. Radiant Charge is a skill in which I follow through completely, so I know that the range is pretty much as far as my character would go at a particular speed. So the reach is not very good and it's not very fast. The problem is that this weakness is, however, fixed with the Shield Chase, which is essentially quite a short distance dash. It's quite fast, so it's a lot better as an opening because it's also a stun. And what I did there on the Raven there, as you see, is first of all, you need to understand, like, what is the winning condition that you have against a particular class. Because the Raven is obviously a broken class, it does not have a winning condition. What creates a broken class is the lack of winning conditions. And there's absolutely no winning condition whatsoever for a Raven, because she can just spam her long range skills with absolutely no risk whatsoever, and she will chip you down slowly. She can literally just use all of her super armor solely just for the purpose of disengage, and use her 9 SA from far away to chip you down. Also, she can just out-trade anything because she has way too much iframes and heal on a super armor skill that also, in fact, breaks forward guard. So now you see that this Raven is by far one of the worst counters of, well, Paladin, which unfortunately have no trading potential whatsoever because it's SA skill lack damage. And the winning condition for me is to clip the shield chase. And now, how do I do this on a class that have 6 SA? Well, stop thinking about the numbers, stop thinking about all that, and try to look things from a human perspective. When does a person let their guard down? When they think that they're safe. So what you do there is you find a distance where you could pressure them without them being able to pressure you, and in that instance it's usually at the very end, at the very last bit of range of your skill. In particular for me, it's for the shield chase. On this particular instance, we're against a Lan. This Lan is a problem, but I hope that we can mitigate this problem because we are using Paladin, which is quite a good class, to be honest. Alright, I did not pay attention on this one. I got caught off guard. Very unfortunate. There I know that he would use his Daze skill, and I punished that one because when you're against a class like Lan, often what you want to do is to pressure, like this particular problems. Like this particular class, Lan likes to use the Daze skill, which unfortunately does not have super armor or forward guard, so it's a very punishable skill. One of the problems that people face against Lan is people tend to waste their skills when the Lan is actually flying, which is an iframe, so it doesn't actually do much. Okay, so this one is gonna be quite interesting. We are against a Legatus, also a very strong class. The winning condition for this Legatus on me is actually its ability to use the Thunderclap skill. This Thunderclap skill is the bane of my existence because 1, it breaks forward guard, and 2, it renders my shield useless. So, regarding this, basically my shield will always remain as an asset as long as he hasn't committed his Thunderclap. And that's pretty much the plan, is to go very, very defensive until he starts using his Thunderclap. Alright, against GM has a forward guard, so what you want to do is you kind of want to play around the cooldowns of that skill. GM in particular is actually a very readable class. There's not really a lot of things that can be done about the class. Here there's 2 chances that he will do, like so. He would use his Spiral Cannon. Spiral Cannon on itself is not really a problem. The problem is that this particular skill is somehow messed up in coding. That what happens is it seemed to have super armor when it's not supposed to. Like if you see there, I used my shield chase into the Spiral Cannon, but he did not actually get CC'd. And this is a very weird particular skill mechanic that probably needs some proper addressing. I'm pretty sure there's some error into the coding or what, because I don't think it was meant to be like that, and like how a non-super armor skill acts like a super armor skill. This is just a problem in my opinion. You see, the Lan is flying, she's doing nothing. Just do nothing back. Stop wasting your skills for nothing, because that's how you get fucked. Alright, so this one, I think I made a couple mistakes, but he made a mistake too here, so he gets punished. I think he's dead here. Yep, he's dead. Okay. So, currently against the Crimson Lily, what you want to do is, of course, you want to focus on what your weaknesses is on this particular class, and how does this class counter yours. Well, the problem with this Crimson Lily is she's got way better SA rotation, and she can break your forward guard with Rondo of Doom. And you see here, one of the mistakes of most like CL players are they tend to overextend a lot. And often what you can do is this. You can pressure them, and whenever they're doing their stupid flying animation skill, you can just do nothing as well and just stall it out, I guess. what I like to do with my with this particular skill is with this radiant charges. I like to use the skill very like cunningly. You know, I like to use the skill in particular to like usually what I would do is I would do this. I would try to I'll make her chase me, and I'll try to work around that. This is gonna be a problem for quite some time, so she'll fly around, and often what becomes a problem is whenever my shield starts to stop working like this. It's quite random. Alright. So this particular one is gonna be a bit hard because I think she got used to my rhythm, but unfortunately she fails to punish when it's necessary. Like the punish is not very good, so yeah. I guess the problem with this Crimson Lily is I think she overextends a couple times, like eating up my radiant charge. It's not a good idea. Alright, when we're against Asura, often our problem here is that he can just grab open anytime. Well, I don't know what the hell he's doing, but okay. Alright. And as you see there, he got grabbed already, but he did not get CC'd. I don't know what the hell is going on, but okay. I try to avoid using grab opening as best as I could, but just for the sake of this video, I need to make it seem like I'm what a normal person would. If I start using non-grab opening skills and like all that, if I start playing the way I would usually, it's gonna be very biased, because the only one who doesn't grab open is, well, it's a unnecessary like disadvantage to give yourself. So as you can see on this one, the Sura just gets clapped because it was too obvious when he's gonna start like using the invisibility. The Sura's invisibility, one of the tricks against invisible classes like Kunoichi and Sura is like take a look at where they go invis from and just wait it out before you cast your skills. Like he can't teleport from that location to me. It's just not possible. So now I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna make him waste his okay, very lucky there. I don't think he's got any left. Alright, he should be dry here. I think he's only got like 1 second left on the cooldown of the that was very unfortunate, as you see there. Don't know what the fuck happened. Alright. He's dead. Yep. Alright, so whenever you encounter this kind of problem where the enemy is just overwhelmingly much stronger, like I mean, I will try my best not to grab open, but if I have to, I will. And in this instance, it's actually quite disadvantageous for me to start grab opening, because Sura is a very difficult class to grab open. So what I would do is mostly like so, I would just bait out, and like suddenly I would do this, and if they take the bait, they will just die. If they don't, well, take the, like I said, take the human aspect a little bit. Like so, he was too obvious of when he's going to go like strike from invisibility. There's always going to be lingers in most skills, so yeah, that's one thing. Once your enemy is at this much health, the worst thing you can do is just to spam your skills for nothing. So often the best thing is just to play very patient. Don't need to make any sudden movements and waste your skill. Just be patient, just wait. I mean, their death is pretty much inevitable unless you fuck up, so that's one thing. Okay, when you're against berserkers often have a very good hitbox, like so. So all what happened here was he wanted to use the Havoc Thrust, right? When you're against like a berserker, the main concern has always been that particular skill. That particular skill is the Havoc Thrust, and you kind of want to play around that, I guess. I wasn't playing well on this one. I am sure of it, but I'll try to bait as much as possible here. I use my shield chase, it doesn't come out. I think it's because the battery is dying. Yeah, he should be dead here, I think. Yes. The battery's running low. I'm very sorry about that. Make sure to charge it, like so. And this is gonna be the last one, I think. Hopefully you find someone else. I'll try to play a bit more seriously this time. I will open my forward guard set just so I can tank some of his hits. Alright, so on this one, my winning condition has significantly changed because now that I can just tank through this because I'm going for a fully forward guard set, so I can just tank into the Reckoning. I don't know how the fuck I got CC'd there, but oh well. On this one, I can just go very aggressive. He's got nothing left, and I know about it. Be often to remember like what particular skill the enemy has that can really mess you up. I'll try to find a different class, so we'll probably wait a little bit here. We'll wait for maybe something else, like a different class. So yeah, we can make a different example on this one. Okay, we finally meet a Huntress. On this Huntress, what I find that's quite nice is, well, what most Huntresses will do is this. What Huntresses tend to always do is they would often like overextend because they get too confident with what they can do. Now what I can do here is so I can pressure them with my shield. That often doesn't seem to work, but that's fine. One of the problems with this class is that the shield is a bit inconsistent. I think that's the issue here. I want to pressure her enough to force the usage of, in particular, I want to force her to use the Razor Wind. Hopefully I can meet her again after this, and we can test, we can check at what if we can meet another Huntress. Alright, it's a different Paladin. Often the problems between a Paladin mirror fight is whoever can utilize the shield more. And on this particular one, I am unfortunately not very confident with my shield powers. Alright, what I did there was I did a pause just for the sake of me being able to kind of bait out some of his skills, and I guess I'm quite lucky there. Resistance on a stun. That's very unfortunate. Alright, he should be dry here. He's got no more how do you call that? He's got nothing. He's got no more grab there. What I did there was basically I used to stall out as much as I could on his what's it called again? I try to stall out as much damage as I can using my shield, because I know I was really dry there. In case you saw that one, I was really dry. I got nothing left, so I need to make him waste more time hitting his shield before and buy time for my cooldowns. Although I can't completely block it before my cooldowns got off, but at least what I could do is this. I can sort of maximum punishment on this one. That's a very nice combo actually. You can see it deals about 60% or so. I wrong pressed. I should have pressed my evasion there. I got 3 evasion in case you see. Very easy to punish. When like this like scenarios will always tend to happen when you're against someone who's really desperate because their HP is slowly dropping. It's a lot easier to find those simple mistakes. Also, I think I will demonstrate a little bit on this one against this Nova. Oh my god! Whenever I beat a Nova, it's like my stupid mode just turns on, and I just can't fight Nova seriously, man. I feel like it's a cheat. All right, she's using the frost skill. This is just gonna be a bit annoying, to be honest. So I just do that. She's gonna apply the shield again. Waste my time. Okay, she made a mistake. Punish that one. That was a mistake. He shouldn't have done that. All right. Very nice grab. Fortunately, you don't know when to disengage. You need to know when to disengage. You need to know your limits. Alright. That went pretty easily. Okay. This is something called forced collision. That's what I did there. That's how I kill him. Alright, that's gonna be the last one, guys. It's just almost 30-minute long, so let's wrap this thing up quickly. Against a GM, you tend to want to, well, do what I just told you. You want to punish those small mistakes. Oh, that's very unfortunate there. I think my FPS dropped. This guy's trolling, man. He what the fuck? This thing is pretty nice with the shield, because the GMs cannot break the shield, so it's quite nice to actually use. You can bait out the shoulder thrust or the knee hammer. This guy's trolling, man. Let's troll him back. That's not how you grab, you fuck. Come on, man. Come on, man. What the fuck? So obvious, dude. Alright. Alright, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It has been a blast. And if you guys like these kind of videos, please make sure to let me know. Yeah, I think it's been looking for better players to fight against. I'm getting kind of bored. I think yeah, that's probably why I moved away from Primrose. I played the class for a bit too long. In case you guys are wondering, yes, I CC'd to Paladin officially. I have decided to leave the Primrose class. I believe that as long as I play the Primrose, that class will forever be, well, unbuffed. And because of that, I thought maybe it's time to switch to a better class. But I still try to maintain the fact that I don't want to use a class that is broken, so I decided to use, well, Paladin, which is an equally, well, I guess not equal. This is just simply a class that can manage. It's tanky enough that it can fight like most classes, and it still doesn't lose that simple bit of winning condition class, like I need to CC someone to deal damage, because unfortunately this class's trading power is actually quite shit. So I guess it's quite fun to use once in a while. By the way, I think she looks amazing, if you can see that one. Alright, I think that's enough simping from my Paladin. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you guys again soon.